Well, we're starting to get some questions here from the live listeners, viewers, right? And we're going to start going with those. So John A1, what is Jarrett Patterson's most natural position?
I mean, I think his most natural position is actually, I think it's tackle. I still would say tackle. I think that his athleticism in space is excellent. We see it when he works in the screen game, when he works in the second level. He's very natural in space. He's got great feet. Really, this is going to sound weird, but like really loose ankles, and that's important because tight ankles means you have really a hard time changing direction. He's a really loose guy. He can, pick up twists and stunts. I think he can play tackle in college at a very high level. I don't know if I would say it's his best position if we're projecting him to the NFL. I don't think it's his best position. I think center guard probably, but that could be determined by, I don't know what his length is. And that's going to be, if he's got 33 plus inch arms, then I could see him playing tackle at the next level. I don't know if he has that kind of arm length, to play in the edge, but I think athletically, I think he's a natural tackle. And the reason I've kind of pushed for him to play tackle or to move somewhere else is I actually think that would be the best thing for improving his draft stock. You have a guy that's a center, and NFL teams look at him and say, maybe we can play center guard, but he's a center and we know he can play center. Allow him to go move at tackle and thrive at tackle, which I think he would do. Now NFL teams can say, hey, we don't need to just look at him because we have a need at center. This is a guy that can play tackle. This is a guy that can play guard. This is a guy that can play at a high level at multiple positions. And I think that would be incredibly beneficial for him personally. And then, of course, I do also believe it would help Notre Dame's offensive line because it allows him to move to a more premium position, but then also gives them the opportunity to get Zeke Correll into the lineup at a position where I think his game is best suited.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I love the versatility of Jarrett Patterson. I think that that is what is going to benefit Notre Dame. And I agree with you in the fact that moving him to tackle is the best move for Notre Dame this year because I'm very confident in what Zeke Correll brings to the table at center. And I'm very confident in what Jarrett Patterson brings to the table at tackle. And you're right. If we're projected into the NFL, I would probably have him as an interior guy as of right now.
I'd want to see his measurables. I'd want to see his arm length. That would be the big key for me.
And I don't have a year's worth of tackle film to look at either. I mean, if he excels at tackle, that just increases his stock in the NFL.
That's the point, Vince. If he goes out to tackle, plays well, and then goes to the combine and measures in, or the Senior Bowl measures in with like 33 and a half or 34 inch arms, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, you've got tackle length, because the New England Patriots drafted a guy a couple of years ago out of Georgia that was 6'2", but he had really long arms, and so they kept him at tackle.
Right.
So, that's the thing is it's not so much the height, it's the length. And 6'4", he's got plenty of height to play the position. But again, you could be 6'6" with stubby arms and you're not going to be a tackle. You could be 6'3" with really long arms and you could play tackle if you have the athleticism and the feel on the edge. See, some guys are athletic enough to play tackle, but they don't have they're not comfortable in space. They're not comfortable on an island, which a tackle, especially in the NFL, you have to be on an island. You have to be able to go by yourself, block a defensive end with a lot less help. And that's what we talked about in a previous show, talking about the offensive line. Tackle is the hardest position to help. And if you have to help a tackle because he can't handle playing there, it just disrupts your entire offense. Whereas center, it's much easier to protect a center. You have two guards, you can move the pocket, you can do all types of different things to protect a center with a little bit greater ease than you can a tackle.
No, it makes a lot of sense.